Team Aster defending their towers, especially in that first game. We're going to see if they have a better shot at game number 2, should be coming our way momentarily. We did say, Faith, you wanted to see a change in the draft. What do you want to see next? What changes do you want to see?
Now Aster is first pick, so I don't know. Maybe I wish they can get Alchemist or Koto. Yeah.
Well, they're going to get one of the two because it looks like Team Liquid, because they are second pick, they have to ban out the Medusa, and with Aster banning out Beastmaster and Doom, that means both Kotal and the Alchemist still in the pool, and they ban out Storm, so they get one of the two.
Leaving the trade.
Yeah.
Oh, Koto for sure. Yeah. Then Liquid will pick Alchemist, I think.
Yeah, I don't think they can give them this combo because Aster, when they beat Team Spirit in their previous series, they win Kotal first pick into Alch both games. Terrorblade's been the common counter for Alchemist. It counters him in all 3 core roles. He's really high armor. Alchemist is almost all physical damage. And you also have a bias Scotty, and you're a lot of single targets, so you not only kill Alch, but it's also difficult for him to kill you.
It almost looks like Liquid were expecting this when they protected with Frost Shield in the first phase. They're expecting a physical core to come out here from Aster. I don't know if they were doing this to try to scare them away from picking Terrorblade, because it's like, there were other options as well if you wanted to protect from that, but worth keeping in mind with Kotal Terrorblade as a combo is this isn't like one of those obvious, oh, you have Chakra into Swashbuckle on Pangolier or Slight Chains on Ember. But these 2 heroes together just means you have more uptime on meta, you have more map pressure with Conjure Image, you just keep chakraing the Terrorblade, and it's kind of an interesting dynamic because we pretty rarely see Kotal play together with the carry. Like usually they don't have that much synergy, but this just means Kotal has more friends on the map when this is his carry choice.
Tylon also picked Koto plus TB, I think. Also because enemy pick Alchemist, because TB is good counter to Alchemist. Yeah, and I think both teams are they prepared for this. They saw what they picking. Yeah.
Yeah, we have Team Liquid. They're banning out a lot of Sumail heroes. I do enjoy seeing that with the Storm, the Ember, the Wind Ranger. They did just get, I mean, they won the game, but they did get beat in mid on the Mirana from Sumail.
Yeah, the hero just seemed a bit underwhelming. Like, I think if he had a similar start with his Wind Ranger from the previous series he's been playing, there was potential that he could have solo carried that game single-handedly from the mid-game momentum. The Mirana fell off pretty hard, and even though he built a bunch of damage items, even with just stats, hit pretty hard, it just wasn't the same as the Wind Ranger. And what I'm seeing from Liquid this game is that they are looking to get those favorable matchups in the mid lane and the off lane, and that's like the benefit of having first pick, and something that we haven't really been seeing Aster have to deal with.
We're seeing a lack of offlaners available. Darkseer banned, Doom, Beastmaster banned, Underlord is still in the pool.
I think Aster needs something to deal with Frost Shield, maybe Brewmaster or Oracle or something.
Enchantress? Oh no, they banned it.
Yeah, that was a good ban. They banned it in the same slot last game as well.
Well, they're thinking long and hard about this one. They'll end up going for the Axe. Does that one deal with the Frost Shield properly?
Pure damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a carry that Liquid could pick, rotate Alch to mid, that dominates the Axe? They already banned the Monkey King. Ursa's not the best versus TB. They could still consider it. Axe, generally a hero you want to punish in lane because he does farm very fast if he's allowed to just rush that Vanguard and cut creeps with his spin.
I think maybe Muerta could be a pick here. She's good against the Terrorblade. She has magic damage, which fights well into Axe Berserker's Call. It's a carry that we've seen Liquid play a decent amount. That will commit their Alchemist to mid, but I think there's a lot of value in this game in saving Zai's pick for last, even though you do see the Terrorblade matchup, because I think the offlaner in this game has the potential to solve the entire draft in the end. Something like Necrophos could be an amazing last pick for them, or they could even get it now, maybe. I don't know. Feels like an interesting option. I don't know. Maybe it's not as good as I think. All right.
Oh, Underlord's still in. I didn't even notice that hero. He's always been picked against these high base damage heroes because his aura only reduces base damage, and Terrorblade's meta is one of the few bonus damage spells in the game that is base damage. So illusion heroes and stat heroes do not end up dealing any damage into the atrophy plus Crimson.
Atrophy Aura is 1200 range?
Yes.
Or, okay, so there's nothing you can do about it.
So we're all on board with last pick will be mid, apart from potential flex for Team Liquid on the Alchemist.
No, I think
The combo?
Alchemist it's cool for carry. They can find a chance to kill Axe.
Yeah, I think if they maybe start boxy bottom, like Fabian's saying, like they could tri-lane him briefly and use the Alch concoction to get an early kill. That's something that should be enough to maybe Alchemist or Axe ends up farming against the Alchemist, but you can end up rotating the supports away, trade farm with the Alch, and usually Alch's pretty content with that if he gets off to a good start.
Yeah, I think Liquid just need to pick a magical damage mid.
And I hate to say it, because I do love Baboka as a gas station keeper of the light, filling up the mana all the time. But is there potential for the keeper of the light being played by Sumail still?
That is an interesting idea. I actually kind of like that idea in this game because you don't have, aside from chakraing the Terrorblade, you don't have a good pairing, and Aster might benefit from playing really fast with Sumail in this game. Just last pick some hero that has good tempo and run at them, and I also think Liquid won't expect this, and Caudle has, when you're the first pick team, Caudle has no terrible matchups mid, right? He can work against anything.
And maybe like Skywrath Mage has a high burst damage, plays with the Axe.
Could be a thing.
Caudle can connect to these kills. They're banning out like gap closing mids that traditionally free farm against Caudle, but don't generally farm that well against other mid matchups. So I think they might be setting up exactly what you guys are saying. And I'd like to see that. Caudle as a core completely changes the dynamic of the hero. You're no longer following people around. You're connecting to fights with the early boots of travel. Because you have the innate mana sustain from your third spell, you can just simply rush those, have them around 7-8 minutes.
And it's a great game for a fast Spirit Vessel if he's playing mid. There's a timing here where you can kill Alchemist 2 or 3 times before he gets a Dispel, and then his timing is just completely lost. So
Yeah.
could be interesting.
Then we also have to consider that the Pugna is still in the pool if they wanted to go for that again. But we'll see what Aster's going for this one. As they have to choose first. They've got a lot of time left in their bonus time, though, a full minute, so they can take their time in solving the puzzle. Is there anything that they lack in their draft, in their lineup? Oh, never mind that. That's a
There you
bounty hunter.
Talked about it last game. This feels like a Caudle mid.
Yeah.
Is that a Caudle mid or bounty mid?
It could be bounty mid, but it's a blind matchup, right? He can get counterpicked really hard if he's mid, so. Can you,
Yeah, looks like a Caudle mid because you can play against every hero. Yeah.
Is there a hero that can like match the global presence of the Caudle, like in the mid lane? Like what should happen is both mid laners are going to trade farm, assuming it's a Caudle mid. And because you talked about this early Spirit Vessel Sin, there's going to be a lot of pressure scouting out from the bounty. There's really nowhere for Liquid to hide. They have to counterplay. Underlord doesn't really want to move from his lane. The supports plus Alch, if given a lot of assistance from the mid, can easily fight back against this early aggression from Aster.
I think maybe they can pick a left rack and just farm.
That is a route.
The traditional counter to Keeper of the Light has always been the Nyx Assassin, but I guess with the Bounty Hunter in the pool, that hero is no longer in contention?
yeah, we haven't, oh, okay.
Call.
Queen of Pain. That's a fine lane for Caudle, I think. And a big part of why you pick Queen of Pain is to win your lane, but I don't know if Nisha can, like, can you pressure Sumail in this lane at all?
I don't think so.
No.
I think any hero that doesn't have a lot of wave clear, what happens is Caudle just blasts the lane into you and then you
Yeah.
get farming underneath your tower.
Yeah, I think it's a fair pick for both teams. Team Liquid just they need magical damage and cooperate it.
How do you start with Baboka in this game? Do you start tri-lane, safe lane, and pressure Underlord, or do you just start 2-2-1? Because Axe Bounty Hunter is a weird lane, right?
Yeah.
So-
This bounty must to find some chance to kill top. Yeah.
I think we might see both teams do something like that and really target the momentum of the offlaners. And what that tells me is like what carry is going to do better with that advantage. And I think the TB is kind of unaccounted for if the Underlord doesn't have a good game. So I'm definitely liking Aster's draft a lot this game, and I'm looking forward to how they utilize Baboka's vision plus the global presence from Sumail to consistently just be running at Liquid.
I think it would be a fan service from Aster to win this game if we get a third.
That would be nice,
I'm
too.
slightly biased on my end, but let's find out what happens in the second game of this best of 3 elimination series. We're heading over to a commentary duo of ODPixel and No-Tail.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, absolutely looking forward to this game too after such a fantastic start to this series with that game 1. Johan, what do you make of the draft this time around? We're seeing this time, Sumail gets that sort of call first pick in the draft. Liquid, of course, they ended up getting Nisha, the Queen of Pain. What are we going to get in terms of this mid matchup and in terms of sort of the overall game flow?
I think it was a really good last pick. I was thinking really hard, like, what do you pick? Because you have to pick against the Coddle, you have to pick against the Bounty Hunter, because they can flex it to either one mid. I don't know if I've seen Sumail play Bounty Hunter, but you know, so I think Queen was like a good find. It was a good middle ground. I would favor Liquid on how the game might flow and how the Alchemist might just hit his timings. And with the Lich armor, it's going to be unstoppable. There's not going to be the damage in the tank. But yeah, it depends on other things too, like the Vessel and how Axe's game goes. Because Axe has a lot of potential with Blink Blade Mail versus this hero as well. You see, again, I think level 1, it dictates so much of the game. Aster had an unfavorable level 1 last game, so let's see if they can figure this one out.
I'll see there. They've got the high ground position, but Bo3 is already setting up. Make sure they've got the vision advantage despite coming in from the low ground Liquid. So hard for Aster to really strike from surprise, and Liquid, they'll sort of just opt out of this area completely, not wanting to fight Aster in this sort of setup.
So Bounty Hunter CM as a support duo is really, really strong. The potential for shutting down heroes early on is high. I'm quite interested to see if they meet up in an early scenario tri lane before Underlord gets Vanguard. They could also get a few kills on bottom lane. I wonder how they'll look to play the bottom lane with the Axe and the Bounty, if they're going to go for the Battle Hunger and a lot of harass. I mean, his skills is level 1, I think you normally would. Or if he's going to start cutting the waves to get to Vanguard quicker, because Lich Alk is really strong in this patch. Okay, it looks like 3 bounty runes for Aster this time around.
Well, yeah, last time as you said, we had Liquid getting 4, so at least Aster starting with that in their favor.
No first blood for Liquid on top of 4 bounty runes either.
Not the sort of start you want to be going into the best of 3 in. And Eddie, whilst it was a crazy game, it may have been the beginnings to at least some of Aster's issues in that game 1.
Yeah, and also what happens with the mid lane when you go for the rune fights, I think is going to be very, very important. Bounty Hunter can cause a lot of damage on these rune fights. He can outtrade most supports. He can also show up and kind of take the rune from the Queen, and there's nothing Queen can do about it. So I think Baboka plays a huge part in how this early game is going to go. And yeah, overall though, if the game... Oh, top lane, they're setting up for a triple...
They are. They set up with the tri lane to look for the first blood. They know how valuable it is to get it, and they will. Bo3 claims first blood as the 3 of them take down Pichu.
Saying is spending TP to get back bottom. I think this was really smart. Very well done. Baboka taking the opportunity to cut the wave, and they're not going to be able to meet it. What's happening here though? He's trying to pull this big cannon. 1 creep goes back. Oh. Well, another first blood for Liquid. But yeah, back to what I was saying about like overall mid game, late game. I think they get an advantage at some point through the TB. There's a lot of small things that can happen with Lich armor. You can still win the man fight as Alk. There's of course the Vessel timing that I think is really important to use, but Coddle will fall off later. I don't know if this TB late game will have an edge unless he's decently ahead. But definitely Liquid, their strongest timings will happen with the Radiance, I want to say. That's the one that they really want to use before TB is ready to fight as well.
Sure, so if things go to plan for Liquid, they want to be getting aggressive earlier. Like,
yeah, I think so. I think they're going to hit these nice timings between Alk, Underlord, Lich, and the Glimpse, and they can really take over the map, threaten Roshans, and force Aster to teamfight. And the only way Aster really fight, is through some Vessel, Coddle, and Blink Dagger Axe.
And how does sort of this bottom lane work out? I mean, for now, Access has sort of been left on his own. And I'm going to try and go on him. See if they can take it. They might actually be able to finish him off there. Under the tower they go.
Oh, this is bad if he dies. Oh, this is so bad.
They've got him.
Oh,
they punished the fact that he's been left on his own.
Yeah. The pain. That's very painful. Bounty Hunter was going for action top, which is why it wasn't kind of bottom. Top lane though.
They've got the Frostbite into the Metamorphosis damage. Bo3 will be able to glimpse back Monet, but Monet still able to reach in and take him down. So a kill to be found for Aster up top.
Okay. In this, right, are we done?
They might be able to step forward for Zai.
10 sticks this time around. There's going to be another CM spell soon. If he gets the mana for it, he doesn't have the mana.
No! He had the courier, he goes for the courier instead. A misclick or intentional there, do you think?
I think it was misclick. I actually think he could have gotten it. I
Probably would have right with the right, unless maybe sort of Zai rolled lucky with the damage block.
Exactly. Yeah, if he gets the damage block, I think he lives. I think he was like 40 HP, so if he doesn't.
So Zai sitting
Now the
pretty
glimpse
low.
coming on the CM if he makes it. No. Oh. I did not expect that. Zai should be getting his ring of health. That's going to be his choice of item. I think he will be in this lane. Axe already has his. The bottom lane, they have this opening before Vanguard gets his, before Axe gets his Vanguard. But if he gets Vanguard, I think the only way they reliably kill him is going to be through rotations from the cores. So it's kind of a race, like getting it really quickly. Where are we at with the mid lane CS? Very even. Free farm for the Queen. Well, is also getting most of the last hits. More universal hero stuff. Race through Coddle. Is universal this one too, right?
The Keeper of the Light, he is not. No, he's still in.
Not, so he chooses to go for the Bracer anyway. You're seeing a lot of universal hero stuff. Oh, mid lane, he doesn't have Blink. There's a block grenade.
At the same time, Liquid's trying to block off the escape from Monet. Won't be able to trap him away from his tower. Monet still makes it away and back over in the mid. Not quite able to find the opportunity to kill him. Baboka will settle for the courier. Monet.
Monet.
I mean, it's saying he's actually going to find him
sticks.
off to the side of the lane. Indeed, with the stick charges, he'll stay fine, but pressure starting to get put on this top. Might require extra backup to come in, especially when Liquid shows up with both supports here. Baboka, he's going to make it over, try and match it here, keep it a 3 for 3.
Axe though, he's having a bit of a hard time getting like all the last hits that he wishes he could get. Top lane, Bounty Hunter.
He's going to try and chase down Bo3, will get glimpsed back. Now Pichu himself has to be cautious how far forward he pushes.
So if this Axe, he gets his next 400 gold for free, I think he considers his game really, really good, but it's easier said than done. I think they're going to do everything they can while he just has to ring a health to keep the pressure up on him, make sure nothing comes for free. Starts backing off into the woods. Yeah, he's given up, so we have to really keep an eye on top. Like if top works out for Liquid right now, then Aster's really sad. Side doing everything he can to keep the wave back. Let's see here. It's the same story for both offlaners if you pay attention. Like ring of health, the Vitality booster quick buy, 400 gold away. Mid lane. Also got the Disruptor looking with level 2 glimpse.
Let's see if they can find something. Nisha more than happy to fight.
Lich is moving in too, so it's going to be the Rune fight. But Boboka is going to see Boxy, I think. Or Boxy sees him. No, that's a scan. That's a really smart scan.
Yeah, he knows that.
He knows.
Baboka's there now.
But he's going to die if he goes okay.
Nisha will be able to get the power in. It's going to be the illusion. Takes it down bottom without any sort of interruption.
Just an illusion. This is like the least important rune, I would say, out of all of them. So you can argue now that you know that the next one that is spawning is not illusion, that you want to put even more emphasis on it if you can. You know the change, right? That they shuffle through all the runes before they can respawn.
Well, they do, right? You can't get the two back to back. Yeah. So the next one might be more,
more
potent, and indeed Nisha.
He blinked in though.
And he did blink in aggressive, but Boka's going to be able to blast him down to the low ground, but Nisha's able to dodge the blast. He'll live. In fact, ends up being able to stand his ground and help Liquid get a second kill out of that play. Top lane Zai's getting chased out by Monet. One more hit with the Metamorphosis. Ooh, he's actually going to... Okay, there we go, Pichu. He ain't letting Zai get away. Gets in and will manage to finish off the kill.
Well, guess what? Axe got his Vanguard, and Underlord didn't. Underlord's still looking at 150 gold, so he's going to TP back and be like, yo, guys, can I have 2 creeps? And I don't think Aster will agree to that.
I mean, now with that Vanguard done on XXS, how safe is he down here? Is he
very safe? The only way he's going to die is through Underlord or Queen rotations, and even with those, they're pretty unlikely to succeed. You're going to need both supports to hold on to their stun. I mean, you have an Alk stun, so it's not like he can do whatever he wants, but when you're full HP, you know that you're only dying to another core rotation. The 2 supports not going to be enough. Also with a double ringer protection versus the Aster spray, he kind of secures himself a lot more. Oh, Mika though, clearing a big stack. That's a lot of monitos.
Get the mod golems as well. Beautiful here with that Grievel's Green. And very close to being able to pick up that relic. There's going to be some fast timings this game for Mikke.
Very fast. Having a very good game so far. It's going to be an 8-minute relic if he gets the next wave.
Let's have that 8-minute power in. Liquid with the setup. Bo3, get the glimpse back. It's pretty far.
Oh yeah, right. Relic is cheaper. He already has it. Oh my god.
It's not quite able to get him the kinetic field, Baboka. So Baboka's out of there.
Vanguard finished an Underlord top as well. Now you're going to have carries that are wondering whether or not they want to go back top. Because top is always, or like to their safe lane. It's always a risk that they're going to collapse. They have all these angles they can take. Yeah, and both Alk and TB quite susceptible to die at this point in the game. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, invisibility rune. So now we only got good stuff coming. We got the shield rune, we got the arcane rune, we got the DD rune, I want to say.
I mean, PG's maybe going to see if he can do something with this as he heads down to the bottom. Oh, no, he's quickly heading back up to the top. Doesn't want to be involved here. But
Let's see, bottom lane, action.
They're going to start leading things in onto Insania. Samel, he's ready to come in and offer that extra bit of damage. The blast connects onto Mikke, but Zai here with the Fiend's Gate ready to keep Liquid standing.
Oh no!
Brings Samel down low, but XX is able to finish off Insania. Mikke's not able to continue to dive this tower. Samel stays alive. Mikke cooking up a concoction, throws it down to XXS. They'll get the kill in return, and Zai, he'll bail out back towards that top half of the map, keep the farm going, and get the 1-for-1.
Oof, yeah, but a much better kill for Liquid.
Or maybe more actually. Bo3. He's low. Baboka's in. Okay, another concoction ready to help Papa, but Bo3's gone. Throws it to Samel. Samel will be the big kill, and indeed they get him.
Monet, though.
He's turned up with a fight. In with the metamorphosis over towards Mikke. They've got the armor protecting Mikke, but the frostbite's there. Locks him in position. Nisha jumps across again to another backliner to burst down Baboka. Both teams bringing in the numbers down there.
Yeah, I mean, a very good kill on Mikke. I think it was very important to kill him here and slow him down a little bit before the Radiance. If you're able to kill him one more time, 1,000 evasions, only 300 gold. I mean, you're not going to stop the Radiance. Sumail dies, but he finishes items before. No loss. Nisha getting some good kills. He's very happy about that. I do think the 10-minute rune is super important. It's going to be DD, Arcane, or Shield rune.
Oh, I like this as well. Nisha, I don't think we really see this from Quaps that often, but he's going to be going for the Aghanim's Rush.
Yeah, Ag's Rush. Interesting. AoE, Shadow Strike. Ooh, Shield rune for Queen top.
Did get buffs, of course, in the last big patch. Now, when it sort of pops on the hero, rather than just affecting those around the dagger target, it also affects them as well. So a good increase to the potential damage that this can kick out in a team fight if you're able to get these sort of daggers laid down, keep them together, which there's a high chance you'll be able to do so, right? You've got the pit, you've got the kinetic field, you've got the slows from Lich. A lot of things to keep people held close together.
Yeah, and it's a nice tanking item. Like it gives you tankability, so it has this full interaction with Lich Shield. Now you're also talking about the Shield rune. So that's quite good. You get Pavis, and all of a sudden you feel like you don't have the damage between most of your heroes to kill a queen, like you need 5. And Sumail not getting the vessel yet, like going for the travels first. It also means that this Alk with the Radiance, he can join these fights and not feel like anything can kill him, as long as he has ulti and Lich Shield behind him. Axe, where are we at with the blink? Over halfway, but still some way to go.
And a bit of a slower start this game. XXS, he's the lowest at the moment out of the cause, but I see actually sort of a fight between him and Zai. Both offlaners having a slower start this game.
Yeah, slower start. But for the game plan, I think Liquid's getting everything that they want.
Mikke is, he's going to be blasting some quick timings this game. And yeah, this is, I don't think we've really seen sort of the Yags being rushed by anyone else. So this is going to be one of the quicker times we get on Nisha's quad. We'll see how impactful it will be.
If you're Aster, you must be asking Sumail. Shima Shinkwa.
Indeed. Again, a few Chinese lessons from Faith Bian out back. Shout out to him. But it's getting slow, right? And this sort of pace you feel this only favors Liquid's lineup.
I mean, I'm tensing up right now because I feel that the train is about to hit Aster. I think Liquid's gearing up for a play, and if they involve the Alk, it's a super strong play. For the moment, he is, in the safest part of the map, just farming away for the BKB. And they're making a 2-man smoke into the ancient area.
I mean, they feel strong with the Static Storm.
Senya is hanging out nearby. This is starting to look pretty awkward.
The glimpse back, they'll drop the ult.
Can they turn on Nisha here?
They see him.
He used Blink. He's 6 seconds cooldown on Blink.
I mean, XXS is in on top, but Bo3 gets the call off. Bo3's in a lot of trouble. The Chain Frost will come out. Nisha, Sonic Wave to finish off Baboka and push back Sumail. But XXS, he's able to get the dunk in return, takes out Bo3. It's a 1-for-1.
1 for 1. I want to say they should have tried moving towards the queen with the axe, but I think it was very low percentage kill. It just doesn't feel good, you know. You get dragged 4 people mid, Alk is still free farming, you're only trading some supports. Liquid's still very happy. They're very happy with what's going on.
Yeah, they get a reaction out of Aster, right? Monet turns up, uses the Metamorphosis, and he's just coming out with sort of the flat-out trade. That's just space created. Mickey's farm continues to skyrocket in this early game.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of money for the axe. He finished his dagger. You might be able to pull something off, but stun locking the Alchemist to death is very unlikely. You see Mike opting for instant BKB afterwards. I think he knows. If he just joins his team with this BKB, there's no real good way for them to take the fight on Aster, other than trying to, you know, poke things from far away. But that opens the entire fight for the Queen, Disruptor, and Underlord to do their thing.
Yeah, he's going to be so strong, as you said, sort of around the BKB, the Chemical Rage, the
his
Frost
rushing
Shield,
pipe,
and the pipe.
Underlord, yeah.
He's super close, right? It's just the recipe away.
Yep.
He'll be there soon.
Where's his hood, though? Isn't he supposed to be carrying his hood?
Hood's gone.
Oh, excuse me. There's only straight pipe. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, so he's got all the other bits, right? Yeah, because he can of course go for the disassemble on the Vanguard to get the quick pipe.
Oh my god. So many different things now.
Only about 600 gold away with that in mind. Just needs the recipe to be finished. So it's going to come at a hot timing. You know?
Yeah,
Liquid,
and
they're
you're
gonna
not
gear up and
managing
go.
to get the vessel before the BKB.
True.
That feels really bad. That feels really bad. You're going to be picking up the vessel on your mid coddle, which is like one of the main purposes of the hero, is to get an early vessel to contribute to fights.
Sure. I mean, they feel the pressure, right? They've got to do something now just with the urn alone, and off the back of XXS coming in with the Splink Dagger. They have to find something Aster.
Yeah. I feel like you're kind of playing for a moment in a fight where you have to go for something more unlikely, like one-shotting the Queen with your stuns, with your Blink Axe, or even somehow managing to blow up the Alchemist. Everybody's in perfect position and TP gets to hit him and you chain stun him down to low HP. Maybe he will still die, but
That's so hard.
wow, look at another big stack for him.
He's getting so much money. 11k net worth already on Mickey's out. Complete free farm in this early game and more.
If you pull this off in your pubs, you are almost guaranteed to win. I tell you that. He is having such a smooth game on Alk.
I see, Zai's going to have the components out, so everything falling together here for Liquid. Aster unable to find something there with that smoke attempt, not finding any sort of opening to jump any of Liquid's heroes. So at last game how good Liquid was with their positioning to avoid these sort of moves from Aster, and again it's coming through on game 2.
Oh, I'm cringing inside. It's going to be hard for Aster. So you're rushing Skadi on TV. I believe he's planning to do this without finishing Manta. I think it's a good choice. I think it's a good play. I think what you're trying to do now is let this Alk frontline, let him get in a bad position somehow, turn the fight on him with Skadi, and hopefully get Vessel charge and drag the fight on so his BKB is out, and then you manage to kill him. It's either this or you manage to blow up the Queen. If one of these two things happen, I see the fight going very well for Aster. But it's not easy. It is very hard. Bottom lane.
They're looking at Zai, but it's a difficult hero to go in on. They have pretty much the full 5-man of Aster heading down here, but Liquid, they can set up.
Yeah, this is awkward.
Checking with the dust just to see if Baboka's got eyes on them as Baboka starts to lay down the tracks. They're going to go in. That's, Bo3, he's rather tanky. Baboka and Pichu, they can't quite kill him off that easily at all, and now the glimpse is there. They'll catch Pichu back into the pit in the Firestorm. Aster, they cannot look for a fight like this.
Blink finish on the Alk as well. Overall, not so bad. Not the greatest, because you didn't have the heroes out on the map either. But,
look at that as well. Mickey smashing records here. 16-minute in, highest net worth we've had yet on any hero this event.
Yeah. Like I said, if you pull this off in your pubs,
you're probably getting the W.
Yeah, this feels good. I'm kind of jealous. These are the sounds you want to be hearing on a casino. Ching, ching, ching.
Yeah, he's getting all the money.
Lots of Grievous greed going on.
All the gold in the world here for Mickey. 14k net worth.
Oh my god, he's so far. And every time I look at his gold, he got a dagger and he's up to 1k. He's going to get a plate mail.
Oh, they're going to
make
fight.
it even harder. Yeah, they're going to fight.
Can they deal with this Alchemist barreling at them?
Here, there we go. He's going to challenge the stun, smoke pops. He's going to have a blink follow-up. He's going to go for it.
He's going. Let's see if they can do anything.
Oh, they're following up on this.
They're going to try. They've got the frostbite.
All right, this is awkward. It's a bit awkward for Aster. Let's see. They're choosing to fight this. Okay.
And they're popping the meta. But very little damage being done to Mickey.
Oh no, Boboka.
He's jumped in, but Nisha is ready to respond, goes straight towards him. XXS does get the call onto the two backliners. He's able to get him with the blink, catches both supports, and that will set up for Aster to take down Insania. Zai, Mickey, they're stepping over, they're ready to keep the fight going. Nisha with the Axe laying down AoE dagger after dagger, catches XXS, glimpses there onto PG, double kill, triple kill for Nisha, and Boboka, he bought back for this.
Back.
I don't know if they can find this. I mean, Mickey, his chemical rage has come to an end, but Nisha, he's still strong.
I was very shocked when he clicked meta and actually went for it. Oh,
Monet.
Let's
Pick
try kill.
up a DD. I mean, that'll allow him for an easy kill on Bo3.
You will take those if you're an Aster fan. Yeah, these are the small things that you really need to have happen. If you can keep killing some supports, this will also greatly help your chances for the next fight if you can get the track money. But I still see the main two fight conditions being that, I mean, this was good because Alp jumped in blind, didn't get the follow-up, and you managed to kite a bit, and Axe got the double jump. But if you manage to jump Queen +1 and actually blow up the Queen, it's going to look a lot better for you. Or together with Skadi, I think maybe you get an opening to kill this Alchemist first thing in the fight. Yeah. But somebody's going to be forcing Roche soon. They might have to wait for AC on Liquid, but it's not too far away. But yeah, if he finishes Skadi and starts getting close to Manta, or he gets like one certain real rune, Dire might just go for it. Okay, let's see.
His auras continue to be coming out for Zai. It's going to be working straight towards the Reeves next. Even if this sort of damage is there from Monet last time around, yeah, getting the benefit of that DD rune towards the end to help get the quick kills. Highly likely that Liquid will be able to stall through the fights long enough. You know, Nisha's going to get a few rounds, these daggers off, the Shadow Strike. They're going to be popping, just bursting through the members of Aster. You've got to remember this is a lineup, right? When you have something like the Axe on your off lane, you're just not going to have this aura builder. You know, no potential for any sort of pipe or any sort of buffs to kind of keep you safe against this huge AoE damage that's going to be kicked out from Liquid's heroes.
Yep. There's a few things we haven't really mentioned. It's like if he actually gets charged as well on Lich, starts becoming a factor too in these fights. Uses even more. I mean, the movement speed slow, I think, is really big for the TB and the bounty hunter and the Coddle. I wonder on this Coddle how he's going to find a place in this in these fights, because he doesn't really offer too much of the Queen kills, and you only have the Vessel for the Alk after his BKB. So we see what he's doing now is he's actually building his own BKB. I think the trade to kind of survive. If the Queen blinks on him, you manage to trade BKBs and then you long range do stuff afterwards. I think it's good. He's also going for the other as I see, and he has Eye of the Vizier. Wow, he has super long cast range. So good vision, tracks, and managing to maybe long range poke between CM bounty and some TB meta into an Axe jump. Yeah, I can see Aster having certain type of good fight conditions.
Okay. I mean, it feels like a lot rests on, right? XXS getting a good jump. The last fight he did manage to get the catch on two supports because he's their front line, so their front line alone, right? If he collapses, the rest of the Aster is going to suffer in the team fight heavily.
I got one more. If you have Axe Queen, putting Shadow Strike on, let's say, 3 heroes, and you manage to jump on him as it's about to expire and you click Great Mail on Axe, now we're talking like that's a really burst.
It's going to be the same amount of damage that he's kicking out. So indeed, if you're able to reflect that could straight up be like 1,500 damage straight back. A lot of things being going off on the Axe. There is potential, absolutely. If XXS can find that.
What did we get here? We got the shard actually on the bounty hunters. I think it's one of the best shards for a lot of lineups. Invis is really strong this patch. Sentries got nerfed. You have less of them, you really read them for wards. You can't really just throw them on the ground, so having this... Look at this.
He's going to get with the two-man call. He's literally to start the fight. They got the damage. They have to take that boxing, but not to take that BKB. Change Frost is out. XXS has got a solid way to back the two supports. Pichu's going to get chased out by Mickey and Nisha. And Boboka, he's dead as well. Godlike for Nisha. As Aster, they try for some sort of a jump. It's not a bad one, but it's just not enough. Your cat comes to 2 will not do it at this stage as Aster, they'll lose some L as well. Liquid just stalling through the team fights now.
You can't start on Alk +1 unless you're actually killing the Alk. I think if they somehow have something so that they can blow them up, it's a fantastic jump.
I mean,
You really have to use Axe jump on the Queen, I feel like. It can't be spent on supports. You're maybe going to kill this board, but you're going to use the fight.
Yeah. I mean, sort of outside of the pool, the only other thing really controlling Nisha is a frostbite, and most of the time, Pichu's just dying before he can get off a single spell. So this lack of control for the quad, it's allowing Nisha to go crazy in team fights. As there will be 9-0-4. They'll be able to touch it as Liquid does step back towards the pit. They'll claim this Roche, pick up the ages, and make a start making steps towards the next start towards that Satanic. Still just 22 minutes in. It's got 20k now, what works out.
It's tough. They really want to switch now, but I don't think it's easy. Liquid's not going to let them have this Alchemist as ACP. I think he's forces space once. And Queen with an egg is able to run after you, hunt you down, force the fight. So, yeah, you're Aster. I think you're still looking for what I mentioned before, like this crazy pickoff. Boca.
They found out then a couple of hits from again, he's gone.
Yeah.
It feels like they're running out of here. We're just 20 minutes into this game looks so difficult to try and stabilize.
23 minutes is a lot of minutes farming for Alchemist. There's a glimpse. They caught him.
Find him. Down low the ground. TP's coming in. They push forward and take that success. Or maybe. He's in the trees. He's actually going to get back live. Pichu, they want to make the Pichu also escaped them. Tower not quite so much. The tier 3 starting to get down by Liquid. Somehow Kinex like didn't still die in the fountain there. The screen came out, Dagger came to an end. TP out just in time.
Not when he's most bad loud.
It's something holding on here just a little bit against Liquid, but sometimes continue to fly out very close to Zai, being able to get that Crimson Guard out as well for the team. And we see the pick up Sading and Dalian and Solo. Everything to enable it to the fullest and make sure that Aster have very little chance to take this incredibly darkness down at this point in the game.
I don't know if I agree with the PPP on this one anymore. I think you're in a very desperate situation. Sometimes I don't know what you buy. But I think anything that adds a little. Oh no!
What's the blame? Just a...
I think it was turn rate. He was getting bonked by his allies, and then no time to run around. Your allies don't have enough facing in direction. And yeah, also remember you don't think that by now. So, oh boy. It's desperate times when you see philosophers go around the offlaner, you generally know that game is hard. It's very hard. Like what I was saying though, I don't think you can buy KPKP on call in the state of the game. You have to buy Hex, or you have to buy, I don't know, that'll help you with your offense, maybe Octarine.
Yeah, step outside the base, around the tier 2 area. To make the case, Satanic's completed and on his way towards separating that blink force was swift. This race is going to be kind of completely slotted out before the 30-minute mark in this match.
It's going to be Crimson as well, finished on the lower, so that's damage to the TB. Yeah, if you find the Queen in the fight, it needs to expire though. You have to make this happen.
Tease around him, but nice speed to step out on time before the tornado field sets up. Get the jump back, success! Just for instance, the chain frost off. Finally falls. Liquid easy to take this fight. Losing their member. And Aster, they want to try and push for more. 5 into 4 situation is kind of the best Aster to get it right now. They'll immediately smoke and look for the chase.
Oh, because he's going to
He's going to get the jump on the mouse, somehow just immediately deleted. Bo3 as well. I mean, Aster in just moments of desperation here, really, as they try and just run at Liquid, look for anything, but they're not getting it. Monet, he's also been found. They get the glimpse back. KK's good accomplishment, but Monet's actually found a way to keep safe.
Yeah. I think it's the mana being used for the Lich kill to make sure you have to do more with it. And that kind of first factor, like, oh my god, we have to go, then you find yourself under the ward, and Mika getting bigger and bigger finishes Satanic. I don't think he'll really need this game. We'll have to see. I'm really curious what Nisha. So Nisha is finishing. He got his time Sanj. He's gonna finish his green.
Yeah. Cooldowns down. I mean, when you have that, with the fact that the burst from the daggers and setting off a scream happens every time you recast it on someone, get that cooldown down. You're sort of popping them out every 3 seconds. It's just insane amounts of damage in these fights, and it just feels too much right now for Aster's heroes to survive through outside of the BKBs.
Yeah. Huddle has not seen an item in a long time. He hasn't been able to go shopping for money. The map is small. Axe finishing his Crimson. It's gonna help. But there's also, I think, enough magic damage to threaten every hero, except maybe TV. They can dodge with just spells. So I'm still not seeing the damage items come out that we kind of need. So now doing the go chat wheel, I think he's right. It is not gonna get easier.
Liquid, they're going to be the ones going first into the base, up to tier 3s. Aster, they've got to respond to this.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Nullfire and TB, I think it's a good start. If you... Okay, bring him back.
Onto the chemical rage, damn frost shielded Alchemist though. Mickey doesn't care one bit.
Do it again.
I just can't touch this man. Too many buffs. Liquid, they've got all the tools really to just allow Mickey to step up and just not give a single care in the world to what Aster throw at him.
But I think as soon as the meta is out, they're going to feel good to check again.
They're going to try here, Aster. There's a little bit of a window where there's no chemical rage for 20 seconds, but even that BKB is available, Satanic as well. They're just trying to do something here, Aster. They're going to go for Mickey, but he's already out with a blink. They'll put the meta, they'll take out Boxy. One kill to be found. Not a big one, though.
They're playing it nice and slow. They know that this is in the bag if they don't mess it up in some crazy fight right now. Roche can spawn in a minute 20, or it will know. Ogre Seal Totem. I mean, we got the new items. We got Nullfire finished as well. You can see on TB's item builds quite often the state of the game. If they don't buy Manta, but they have this Yasha Dragonlance, and it looks like this, with his Guardian and Nullfire, it means he has a lot of issues to solve, and he can't buy. He can't stop it to buy just a Manta. 30-minute rune. I think it's quite a big deal. These runes right now, like if you get the shield rune at this stage of the game, when you're already struggling to kill anything. Illusion Rune Alchemist, why not?
Always nice, farm up an extra bit of the map here with those Radiance Illusions, push some waves in and just sort of close up areas of the map that Aster are actually able to push out and try and fight in. Because right now, Aster, they have stepped over onto Liquid's half of things. Got eyes on Mickey. And as we've seen, has never really been a target that Aster can go for right now. They've got to try and get around to the back lines, get to those supports, something that they've struggled with not only just this game, but last game as well.
If only they knew they're not really in position. They could maybe kill him if they jumped him with everything at once. But no.
Just not going to happen right now. So Liquid continues to maintain the lead. Aster, they'll still hover around here.
Oh, the Illusion's cutting the waves.
Yeah, they've got no creeps to play with. The Illusion Rune paying off big time. It's going to last long enough as well, by the looks of it, to catch another creep wave from both the mid and the bottom. So really tough for Aster to fight out like this, but yeah, taking any risk right now. As Aster know, that's the only real way back into this game. They've got to try and catch Liquid by surprise.
They killed Tormentor, right? Aster? I don't remember. They actually did.
No, it's still up. Or maybe they got the earlier one.
Yeah, I'm thinking if they got the earlier one. I think they maybe.
Yeah, I think they did. Right, they got there for the bounty onto the shard. That's how he got his. Liquid. Bring down a Fiend's Gate. Mickey, he's just going to go straight to Monet. As Monet's caught in the pit, Nisha jumps forward. They've got to try and bail this Terrorblade out of here, Aster. As Monet's in trouble, he'll turn with the Sunder. He gets pulled back by the Fear Insania. Jump forward for XSS. He'll control Mickey for now, but it's only going to last so long as Mickey, he can continue to push forward. Pops the BKB straight over towards Monet. The concoction thrown down to Pichu. He gets the stun under the both of them. Sonic Waves there. They finish Monet off.
Oh my god.
The Terrorblade's out for 70. No buyback on Monet. As XXS, he's also going to get caught. The glimpse. It's there. A third hero down on Aster. As it really is looking to just be borderline impossible for Aster to come back in on this one, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real way to deal damage on your supports in these fights. They have their BKBs, they're not high damage supports. And again, Sumail cannot find a foot in this game.
He's just finished the BKB, but as we see, he spent so long trying to get that right. It's been a huge slowdown to him. One of the games where we've seen Sumail be sort of at his poorest in this match in terms of net worth. He just hasn't been able to find the farm against how much the map Liquid's been taking over. As bottom lane, the racks are cleaned up. They can look to take what they want here, Liquid. Straight up to top, a second set finished off. Still a tier 2 in the mid, so a bit of a saving grace for Aster. You know, if Liquid want to hold back a player for the Megas, Aster, they'll get to see another day, see another fight. But the next one may very likely be their last.
I honestly don't know what you have to do, but I think the answer is going to be damage. I think you need Dagon 5 and Rapier. Sell your items, do something, make a miracle play happen where you manage to kill the Queen and the Alc. You'll get more money than any other way this way. So, yeah, full desperation. If there's a button that is like panic, this is the time to press it. Full panic.
Out they go, Aster. No Tormentor to be found, of course, with Liquid already taking that. In terms of Roche, we'll have it back up in 20 seconds. We'll be down here on Liquid's half of the map. Aster, they can look to take the fight here. A fight on the high ground is probably not going to do them any good with how far behind they are. They have to try and go for this sort of risk, take the fight around the Roche, see if they can catch Liquid whilst they're not fully set up. At the moment, Liquid, they've got the 4 of them down here. Of course, no Underlord, but Fiend's Gate is at the ready if Zai wants to join.
Yeah, if you manage to win this fight here and kill the Roche.
Yes, he Bo3, but already the Fiend's Gate's here. Liquid, they're
Sumail,
more than
no!
happy to fight. They get the jump on Sumail. Sumail in trouble. He's going to beat down by Mickey. The Sonic Wave for Nisha finishes him off. As Sumail's out, XXS goes down. It's going to be a full cleanup here for Liquid.
Oh, no.
As there's 4 dead. Monet, the last one that's surviving. He can't even bring down Zai with him. A team wipe by Liquid.
All dead. Help.
They
Right,
have
Jay.
some buybacks. I mean, Aster, of course, they probably will play this out, as this is their last hope of trying to hold in here in the lower bracket. But as you can see, smiles on Liquid's faces. They know they're one push away from moving on in this lower bracket and knocking Aster out of the competition.
Shima Shinkwa Sumail.
Straight down the mid. Aster, they've had some incredible moments in this event, but unfortunately for them, this game that they look to be going out on definitely seemed to be one of the roughest they've had. Liquid, they've just completely got them sorted here in this game too.
Wow, Mika is so strong on this hero. It is crazy. They still got more money to spare.
They picked it early in the draft, and Aster just weren't able to set up some sort of answer. As on to the tier 4s they go. Aster only with the 3 in the left alive. They might not even get the time for Monet and Sumail to see the light of day again this game. They're still out for 10 seconds. The tier 4s have gone. Liquid, they're on to the Ancient. As Pichu steps up, it's just going to be more kills for Liquid to pad up the score here to win this one. Monet and Sumail, they're back in action. XXS goes for the call, but Mickey, he wants out of the game. He's focusing the Ancient here with a Chemical Rage as he looks to close it up. Zai as well. Maybe they can look to add some more kills. Nisha with a Sonic Wave into the fountain will pick up another, but the creeps are moving in. Nisha jumps forward. It's over. GG is called. Aster knocked out of the competition as Liquid will